Hi there, this is Charles May again, and this is my video response to the Ecclesiastes and Social Justice Forum for interpreting the Hebrew Bible 2. So we have been asked to discuss what we think Ecclesiastes' take on social justice is in the book of Ecclesiastes in the Hebrew Bible. Well, I think that in order to address this question, we have to ask, what is social justice, first off? And for I think a lot of us, social justice is trying to bring about equality, to level playing fields, to bring about social and economic justice where there's equal opportunities for people to earn a living and have adequate shelter and adequate food and nutrition and equal opportunities for education. And that is where I think Ecclesiastes really gets the where we could look at Ecclesiastes for social justice issues, because Ecclesiastes is very much about balance. It uses a somewhat pessimistic language when talking about balance, but it talks about all of these. Basically, it talks about the great equalizer being death. Everything comes to, everything is vanity. Everything goes away. Wealth, power, influence, all of those things go away. And so in the end, a great king who ruled over millions meets the same fate as a peasant in a field. Whether you're a king or a street sweeper, everyone has to dance with the reaper. And so there's this real balancing, this equality aspect to Ecclesiastes, that everyone is treated the same. Everyone has the exact same outcome. But also, there's that poem, probably the most famous part of Ecclesiastes, especially if you're any fan of music from the 1960s, the section of Ecclesiastes that was used in the song, or used to inspire the song "Turn, Turn, Turn." And it's about balance, a time to reap and a time to sow, a time a time of war and a time for peace, a time for, a time to heal, a time to kill and a time to heal. It's about balance. It's about equality. There's a time, there's a time for all these things. A time for every purpose under heaven. A time for poverty, a time for wealth, a time for hunger, a time for feeding. And that way, when it all comes down to it, that's what it's about. It's about great cosmic balance, and a lot of people don't. There's great balance in nature. There's great balance in the universe, and unfortunately, there are a lot of, in some instances with some species of animals, if there are two children born to some species, one of them has to die so that the other one will live, because there's not enough resources for both. And so, one can argue that a real social justice issue would allow both to live, and that is a very valid point. But I think that when it comes to Ecclesiastes, it's looking at social justice through a rather pragmatic and realistic point of view, in that it's not all going to be rose-tinted glasses. It's going to be, if we're going to make everyone equal, sometimes things are going to have to be sacrificed in order for equality to be gained, in order for that balance to be reached. And it's an unfortunate reality of the world. But it's kind of funny. Ecclesiastes is often referred to as being a very pessimistic book of the Bible, and as I was reading it, I was thinking, some of this things is very pessimistic. I mean, when you look at other things that are attributed to Solomon, the Song of Songs and the Proverbs, to have this, to have this rather pessimistic, pardon me, pessimistic tract attributed to Solomon, although it does say a king of David, a son of David, and David had a lot of sons, so isn't necessarily Solomon. So that's my thinking on Ecclesiastes and social justice. Bottom line is it's about equality. It's about balance. So I look forward to seeing what everyone has to say. I hope you're all able to watch these videos. Talk to you later. Bye.